You know what I don't understand with people who are not Christians is that they'll sit up here and say that they don't believe in God, they don't believe in Jesus, and whatever. Fine, that's your choice. You know, I don't try to force. I would never try to force Christianity on nobody. Okay, I would never try to force Jesus down nobody's throat because it's not my job to save you. You know, Jesus does the saving. Okay, but I'm just so curious. Why do y'all get offended when? Why do y'all get offended when we talk about Jesus all the time? Why do y'all seem to get upset when we talk about the Lord? Why do y'all get? I just don't get that. Why do y'all get offended when we talk about Jesus all the time? You know, like if you don't believe in Jesus, that's fine. That's your choice. But y'all seem to want to tear us down because we do believe in Jesus. Like for example, I have no whatever. I don't get all offended about it, but I just be trying to get in the minds of these people. Like I just be trying to get in these. I just want to get in the minds of these people. Like if you don't believe in Jesus, in God, then why come on a Christian's live and just to troll them? You know, like for me, like I would never go on an atheist live or a pagan live and tell them that, you know, oh, you guys are wrong for what you believe in, this, that, and the third. I would never do that because guess what? They're entitled to believe what they want to believe in. Even if I don't agree with what they believe in, I would never go in their territory. You know, I would never do that. Okay. But for some reason, a lot of people who are atheists and agnostics, they always want to come and troll Christians in their lives, okay? They always want to sit up here and mock Christians and mock our God or whatever, which I don't care. Like I said, I don't care. I really don't. But why stay? Why come in our lives and do that? Why do stuff like that? I don't understand that. And then what I notice about, no, and don't get it wrong, you know, there are some Christians who have been mean and nasty and hurtful towards people, okay? But what I don't understand is that these atheists or these agnostics or whatever you call these people, they'll say that Christians are mean and nasty and hateful and judgmental, but then you all would turn around and do the same exact thing to Christians like me and others who have never done nothing wrong to y'all. So where's all this love? What is all this peace and love and coexistence that you guys talk about? You know, because I don't see it with a lot. Now I'm not saying that all of y'all are like that. Because here's the thing: if this doesn't apply, then let it fly. But I'm talking about the ones who do love to do stuff like that, the ones who love to sit up here and troll Christians and tear Christians down. You know, and I get it. I know you might have had some bad experiences with certain Christians because there are some douchebag Christians out there. But then you sit up again, you talk about all this love and peace and harmony and whatever, but then you want to sit up here. The minute I say I'm a Christian, you know, you act very. Then it's like it's like a switch turns. You know, it's like you just twitch. You know, like oh, he's one of them. Wait, whoa, hold on a second. Aren't you about peace and love? Aren't you about loving peace and harmony? Aren't you about acceptance? But apparently you don't really accept people who are Christians, you know. So I'm just gotta call it for what I gotta call it. Yes, I'm all about calling out the hypocrisy of Christians, but I gotta call out you guys hypocrisies too. I gotta call out you guys bullcrap too, and see what it is that a lot of you have had bad experiences with churches and Christians or whatever, and then you start to take your anger out on Christians who have never done nothing to you. Okay, again, you can not believe all you want. You can choose not to believe all you want, but what I won't tolerate is you sitting up here taking your anger out on me as a Christian who has never done nothing to you. I've never done no harm to you, okay? Now, instead of you sitting up there attacking me, won't you have a conversation with me and get to know me as a human being? Don't y'all believe in love for all human beings? Well, won't you get to know me as a human being instead of just sitting up here attacking me putting me in the same category with all these Christians who've done harm to you, you know? Because, like I said, no good Christian is responsible for whatever bad behavior other Christians have done, okay? No good Christian is responsible for the hurt that other Christians have caused you. And whatever hurt and pain, whatever trauma, whatever went through with the church, or whatever bad experiences you went through with Christians, I'm sorry you went through that, okay? I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really am. But at the same time, one thing I'm not going to do is allow you to make me feel guilty for something I never did. And I'm not going to bow down to that stuff either, okay? I'm not going to bow down to it, you know, because I didn't do that to you. Those Christians did that to you, okay? So there again, once again, I'm not responsible for the behaviors of other Christians. Amen.